So, hey there, Drawyah here, and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Sim, and welcome to the Project Megapack A330. So, finally released, came out about, well, 4 minutes ago, and today taking flight in Aer Lingus colours from here in London Heathrow, well, not here from Dublin, sorry, to London Heathrow. So it's about 1 hour and 20 minute flight time from start to finish today, give or take a few minutes of course. We're expecting Unicom for departure, we've got Tower as well as ground at Heathrow tonight, so we'll get full coverage for the approach, which is pretty good, and hopefully all should work rather well. So, like I say, Flying the A330 today came out early, well, came out 5 minutes ago from the Megapack guides. It looks pretty good. I mean, we've got complete custom external cockpit, we've got a nicely modified, external models all custom, cockpits all modified, and that's pretty good. And there's a lot for us to talk about today, so we'll go into a bit of depth about the aircraft, look at it in detail, and hopefully everything should look pretty good indeed. So, without any further delay, we'll jump into the cockpit and set the aircraft up. So first things first, we'll start the batteries, external power comes on, we'll cut the mouth caution. The IRS automaticity lines, so one thing that you will note is that the aeroplane is not compatible with the A320nX, so as a result you do have the I guess that bit missing, but apart from that, for the most part, it's all there, it's all functional, and it does work rather well. So, new custom cockpit, like I say, you got a all-new window frame, all built up to look like the A330. You have a working lighting panel, which has been adjusted to the side, so by default, or in the A320, it's on the bit here on the left side of the PFD, on the A330 it's on the sides. An all-new throttle lever, which is built up as the A330, which again looks pretty good. And just small things that completely transform the aircraft to make it, well, what it is. So hopefully that should look pretty good. There's a few audio issues. Is that better? I think that's a bit better. I do apologise, my microphone is a bit fiddly sometimes. So, like I said, in your cockpit systems, you've got custom window frames, you've got throttle levers, textures, cockpit colours, that kind of stuff, all modified, all looks pretty good. And yeah, today's flights from here in Dublin to Heathrow. I hope the sound wasn't too fuzzy at the start there, but I have, I'll hopefully correct that now by filling the wire. I might grab a new cable for that later. Right, well, since we're flying to Heathrow, we are scheduled to depart in about 25 minutes, so we'll set the aircraft up and prepare ourselves for flights today. And the brightness up for that. Go to initialization, we're departing from Echo India Delta Whiskey to Echo Golf Lima Lima. That's, yeah, sometimes they're not in database, it's a bit fiddly sometimes default aircraft systems, so we just have to kind of go with that. Flight number today is Echo India 178. Our cost next today is 88 according to SimBrief. We're cruising altitude at flights level 230, only 23,000 feet cruise today, it's a very low flight. We may step up later, depends on kind of the traffic around us, but initially it will be flight level 230. Next page, the centre of gravity and weight will be set automatically. Block fuel we will do through the sim menu, since we're using the MK Studios Dublin scenery, and there's no fuel trucks, so we'll do it through that. The fuel required today is £27,292, 27292. We much fuel on this airplane today, I must admit. 13% of fuel tank. We'll probably go to maybe 16%, just carry a little bit of excess. But basically, the aircraft's fuel burn and capacities and all that have been adjusted to fit that of the Airbus A330. So all the numbers, all the values of flight dynamics, all tweaks to fit that 330. And hopefully it should be a pretty good experience overall. Very foggy Dublin today. Hopefully the weather does improve as our flight goes on. Right, we'll turn on the fuel pumps, we will activate the APU, and before we start, we'll check the block fuel, which is going to be 18.1, that's automatic, thank you very much. We'll now start looking at our flight plan, but before we do that, we'll start the passenger boarding process with PACX. We'll start a flight, going from Dublin to London, Echo 178, 23,000 feet, flight time will be approximately, say, 55 minutes. Departure will be in about 21 minutes time to finish this. It's going to be slightly less, I can imagine, but we can work on that later. Passenger capacity, this is going to be 239 today, 239 people on board. And today 300, all looking good. We do have Wi-Fi, do have entertainment, it's no 330, of course it has that. No body music, we have got a safe briefing for Aer Lingus, which I can pick up from there. We do get snacks, we don't get meal service, and with that, let's start boarding, shall we? And while that goes on the background, we'll now start programming our waypoints. So our first waypoint will be Dexon. That, followed by Yankee 124. To Mogta. Saying that's not found. Okay, so apparently there's going to be a conflict with Mogta, is there? Hopefully it exists. If it does, that's fine. Mogta onto Yankee 53. What we'll do is we'll go straight to the waypoint and we can work out the airways from there later. So it has got it. You're from Yankee 124, that's fine. We'll go from Mogta to Nugra. Followed by, that's it. Was the Yankee 53 point, which should do especially yet. You have Yankee 53. Decel into Heathrow with another runway 09. Our current runway is 10. Currently 10 in use right now. We'll get that going. Did I miss a donation? Did I? Hang on. Did it not pop up? It should pop up and give you a bit of fanfare. Yes, if it's red, you do need to delete the A330X for it to be compatible. I do apologise. Need to get onto that later. But yes, the A330X is not compatible. You do need to download it separately. Let me double check my donations audio. Make sure that works properly, because it should make a sound when it does that, but obviously it didn't. I do apologise. Right, that's all been set up. That's all fine. We'll greet the passengers, and then we'll sort out our departure. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard this Aer Lingus flight 178 from Dublin to London. Flight will stay around 55 minutes, or just in the final stage of preparing the aircraft, and she'll be departing in just a couple of minutes. Slightly foggy out of Dublin today, so it's a bit of a bumpy departure route, but as we hit our cruise at 23,000 feet today, we should get some calmer weather, and hopefully our landing at Heathrow will also see some clearer skies, which gives us a nice approach over the city. We thank you for using Aer Lingus today, and we hope you have a safe and enjoyable flight with us. Cabin crew, prepare the aircraft boarding. Welcome aboard. The PACX is going to be one of its moods today. We're just going to say listening for the entire flight. I should have checked that. Well, I should have tweaked it earlier. Oh, there you go. Interaction menu is perfect. So public address, general, and send perfect. There are wing views, so we have got custom wing views of the aeroplane. There are some with the showcase cam, but of course I like to do my own custom camera viewpoints. So you got wing views. Those are all custom compatible with the aircraft, which does look pretty good. There's a lot of good with this aircraft, and don't forget, it is a freeware aircraft. It's free to download. That link is in the description. Originally available on the Megapack Discord server, and then from Wednesday it'll be available on FlightControlReplay too. So if you want to get it on FlightControlReplay too, you can do so later. Initially, it'll be an exclusive download on the Megapack Discord server. There are currently 42 liveries available for 300. More liveries are to come. In my case, I'm going to drop my Dublin livery later. I'm still working on it. It's a custom livery that I built myself. This one, it's not perfect. It shows a few issues with it. But after a bit more tweaking, I'm sure we'll get to a level I can kind of release it, hopefully for more people to enjoy. Yes, McConnell, we are on IVAO today. We will... So there's no printer in this, because again, it's not the A320X, so you have to remember this is default A320 systems. Double check tower, there's no tower online right now. If you look at the IVAO by, there's no control over Ireland right now, but London does look pretty active, so we'll definitely be speaking to them. Let's listen to the ATIS, and let's get this weather information sorted out, shall we?
Winds variable at 3 knots. Visibility 8 kilometers. Temperature -1 degree Celsius. Dew point -1 degree Celsius. Altimeter 1029. Few clouds at 800 feet. Winds variable at 3 knots.
Look quite high pressure at the moment. Altimeter 1029. Still very high pressure. That's 230. Departure runway 10 in use, so I'll get that plugged in on the Texan to Echo departure. 0 right. Texan to Echo. No transition, insert that. Performance, we will be using flaps 1, in fact, we'll use flaps 2 for takeoff. Next temp is going to be 71. And our takeoff speeds will be 161, 167 and 168. Transition to 5,000. That's all good to go. Don't think anything else the inside needs to do. No, that's all set, that's all fine. Flight pattern plugged in, so at this point we're now just waiting for the passengers to board. Be a clear departure for us later on. So departing to the east, we fly over Manchester and Liverpool, and then it's just a nice operation to London Heathrow. We're expecting runway 09 in use. We've got 09 on left currently on paper, but with tower line we may change to right. Comes down to what tower gives us later, but we have 09 currently on use right now. Right, that all's fine. Just waiting for passengers to board. As soon as passengers are on board, we can then make our way out of Dublin. We have a look through the cabin, see if there's any names we recognise. Not sure if I'll maybe spot anyone today. But again, thanks to PACX with its new name custom location thing, you'll see a mix of both English and Irish names in the cabin today. A recent update from PACX, but just having those localised names really does add a bit of life to your aircraft's passengers. They're not just generic American names now, but people who actually come from these locations locally. AP bleed comes on, external power will turn off now. The nav lights are set, strobes are automatic, beacon lights not yet, seatbelts will come on, making automatic. Is compatible with that, very nice. We will also jump down to the centre here, sets the transponder to automatic on Tara, and we will also make sure the predictive wind shear is not going automatic. It's also not a feature of this aircraft. Let's see what spam's going on in the chats. Doesn't seem too bad at the moment, the chats. I'll keep an eye on that later on just in case it does go a bit hectic. We have got Volanta in the background, so if you want to track our flight on Volanta, you can do so through that. Make sure my flight plan's been imported correctly, and a flight plan from there. Alternative airport today, so if we can't land at Heathrow for whatever reason, our alternative is going to be Golf Foxtrot Foxtrot. Where's that? Cardiff. So if we can't make it to London, we'll go to Cardiff instead. Perfect. It's all fine. Echo India 178. Telco's all set. That's all fine. So again, if you're on Volanta, you can check us on Volanta, follow our flights along on that. There's one more thing I need to do as well. I'm trying to remember what that one thing is, but hopefully I'll remember before we push back. Got a bit awkward there. Make sure everything's automatic. Cabin is fine there, boarding. Expect departure about 14 minutes, which is fine. Yes, the airplane does have VNAV, donkey's hot. We have got VNAV in this, so hopefully all should work out pretty well as well. Cockpit windows look off. I mean, this is what the A330 cockpit windows look like. Of course, there'll be small adjustments in the future, but if I can try to get a picture up of the two cockpits, give me a minute. Right, so here we go. Here's a little comparison for you guys. On the top is an Airbus A320 cockpit. On the bottom, an A330 cockpit. Both very, very similar cockpits. The only major differences are the window handles are in different locations. The A330 has the light switches on the extended panel in front of you, which is included in this aeroplane in front of you there. There's a slightly different overhead panel layout as well, but again, this has been adjusted as well. Different throttle levers. The main displays are in the same locations. FMS is the same as well. It's very, very similar to aeroplanes. Only some small differences, which have to take into account as part of this model. Autopilot will be broken inside stock A320. Well, there's only one way to find out, 50-50 bread. There's only one way to find out. I would admit, it has been a while since last flew the default A320 in flight sim, so what's the worst that can happen? Famous last words. Yes, the A330 add-on is free to download. It's on the Megapack Discord server. There's a link to it in the Discord, in the description below. And it quickly updates the tracking link as well, so you guys can follow me on IVAO web for later. In fact, you know what? Put a link to the Megapack invite on instead. There you go. If you want to download the aircraft, you can do so through the Megapack Discord server. Right, so like I say, at this point we've now done with our boarding. We're just waiting for the last few passengers to get on the airplane, and through there we can then, well, from once that's all done, then we can make our departure out. Very filling up though. Good. Still pretty foggy at the moment. I know what I was going to do. I was going to set my my Unicom for later, so make sure everyone's aware that it's also runway 10 in use. So mission that's all set up as well. So we're expecting runway 10 for departure. SID will be the Texan to Echo. Taxiways for the departure. Let's have that now. So at the end of runway 10, we are going to taxi down. There we are. So we're going to go through Link 2 onto Alpha. We then follow Bravo. Sorry, then go to. So yeah, follow Link 2 onto Alpha, Bravo 3, Bravo 3, Bravo 4, Bravo 5, 6, and Sierra at the end of runway 10. That's all set. Likely go to the end of the runway, so go to holding point Sierra 7 for that. Thank you also for donation there. That was 53 breads. Can you do a flight from Heathrow to Yankee Charlie? At some point we will do. It's a long trip, that one, but I have got plans, so do stay tuned for that. Right, so still boarding. APU is running, that's all fine. Aircraft's all set. Just waiting now for the passengers, basically. So the only thing you want to install is the A330X. To install the airplane, it's nice and simple. If you go to your simulator folder, give me 2 seconds actually on screen. So C Games, Microsoft Flight Sim, go to your community folder, and inside the community folder, you just drop the Project Megapack A330 300 folder into that. Nice and simple, drag and drop into the community folder. No major steps for that. The Megapack 737 sounds pretty good as well, so hopefully I'll look good when it comes out. But the only thing with the 737 right now is that there's no real release date for it yet. While we're here on the ground, while passengers boarding, we'll also have a look at the scenery. So we're using the MK Studios Dublin today, available on Orbex and on the marketplace. Bit foggy, so we won't quite see all of it, I'm afraid, but from what I've seen so far, it's a very, very nice little detailed airport, this. Terminal 2, actually, the model was pretty good for that one as well, so if you headed to the side, you can see the name of that. There you go. I'm not going to attempt that. Kleisfort? I'm sorry, but Gaelic Irish is certainly not my my strong point. But Terminal 2, part of the Dublin Airport Association Authority. Nice little airport, this. One of the first that came out for Microsoft Flight Sim, and overall, very well put together. Yeah, the fog has kind of cleared up a bit. It's a very low cloud base, I will say. And so all of a sudden, it's yeah, going to be quite interesting to see departure out today. Very close to personal for departure. Okay, passengers have boarded now. We are in pre-flight, which means everybody is on board and ready to go. Fine. A few people not communicating on Unicom, I don't think. I'll check that. Yeah, so that guy who's just pushed back, or this guy who's just pushing back now, he is currently not on I don't think he is actually, there's Lufthansa, isn't it? Yeah, there's a few airplanes right now, a few dotted around, all of them travelling to Heathrow, of course. We're now ready to go, so we will activate the beacon lights to let ground crew that we're ready for engine startup. We will open up PushbackZoomer, which will be the pushback tool used for this later. We will check with the traffic on the ground, make sure that everybody is currently stationary. So the British Airways there is going to taxi now, so we'll let him pass. Lufthansa, I'm not sure who's in a hot position, let us pass, we'll have to wait and see. Can you do a wing wave? We'll see. BA103, we will see. Now, currently on the ground, just in the latter stages of setting up our aircraft today. Your orders for left on the A330, what's happening? Not sure what this is. I mean, I've done a few quick test things with the airplane. I've spent most of the day just making this livery, to be fair, so I have been a little bit behind. Right, let's do this, shall we? Ground from flight deck. Connects, thank you very much. Let the British Airways pass by. We'll announce that we're ready to push and start. Ground from flight deck.
Good afternoon, Captain. All doors closed and checks completed. Please release the parking brakes.
Brakes released.
And off we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for flying with us.
Turn facing west.
You may begin. Okay, we'll turn by 90 degrees and bring you on a western course.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board and thank you for flying with Aer Lingus. This video will show you the safety features of this aircraft, an Airbus A330. Your crew are trained to deal with all matters relating to safety, so please pay close attention now.
Seat in front of you. Please be careful when opening the overhead lockers, and particularly when removing objects from them. If you're seated in our business class cabin, your baggage and personal items must only be stowed in the overhead lockers. Your seatbelt should be fastened at all times when seated and when the fasten seatbelt sign is illuminated. To fasten your seatbelt, insert the metal end into the buckle, then pull on the loose end of the strap until the belt is tight around your waist. To
Stop pushback.
we would advise
Fine,
you to keep your
I'm
seatbelt
stopping now.
securely fastened
Please tell
at
when the
all
parking
times.
brakes are set.
If you wish to
Brakes
secure
set.
the sign, fasten your
Okay,
seatbelt over
have a
your
nice
body,
flight.
ensuring it is visible
Right,
so
so
you can
engine 1
start.
started and stable, engine 2 will start. There's the PTU. There's no flight control page, so we'll just have to do a visual check, make sure all the flight surfaces work as they should. Ailerons set. Sorry, elevator set, ailerons set. Rudder set. It's a bit overly sensitive. They are aware that the rudder is a bit sensitive right now and they will work on that in the future. Brakes up. Brakes down. Speed brakes set. Perfect. We will arm the brakes. The flaps in send number 2 position. Good. A321 narrowgate as well. Very nice. Right, so now waiting for engine 1 to start and stabilise. Get ourselves ready to taxi to runway. Turn up the... I'll make sure the brightness of the panels is turned up as well, since it's going to be a bit of a... well, not so much a night departure. Definitely a bit cloudy. The aircraft has also been updated, so instead of LED lights, it's all halogen bulbs just around the cabin as well, in the cockpit as well, so that looks pretty good. We will wait for engine stabilise, which they have done. Ignition comes off. Over panel APU comes off. Activates the taxi lights. We will announce on IVAO that we are going taxi to the runway, so send that. Parking brakes released. And let's get going, shall we?
Each escape slide can be used as a raft. To board the raft, walk in, keep low, and follow the instructions.
All sounds are custom as well, so we have got custom engine sounds for the A330.
To use this, you should pull on the tearaway tab. Remove the life jacket from the
And well, you guys have heard how good the A321 sounds.
over your head.
A330, just as good, my friends, just as good. Yes, like I said, the Aer Lingus livery itself is not yet available, because this one I did myself, custom livery, in the time of getting the airplane and streaming it now. Because the original flight plan was going to be from Singapore to Doha, but being a Monday evening, it's quite a long flight, it's still on a Monday evening, so we'll do a short 1 hour hop, and then this weekend we'll do a long haul flight from Singapore to Doha, and actually stretch the airplane to its limits. We'll take a look at it later, blue blops, quite interesting username there. I'll look at that in more detail as we slowly wait to the runway.
Cabin pressure. Oxygen masks will drop automatically from the compartment above your head.
Yes, guy, how you doing? Hope you have chats.
Oxygen, cover your mouth and nose.
There's, so the British Airways is now lining up on runway 10, good to see.
Around your head.
We are going to double check the map, make sure I'm going the right way for this.
You should put
The
on
answer is make a turn to the right.
other passengers.
We impedes the runway.
This is a non-smoking flight.
I got the A330 about 2 hours ago, so yes, I got it early, but not early enough for me to actually have a really good, proper go with it. So for example, I have not yet landed the airplane. What you see will be my very first landing in the A330, so hopefully, touch wood, will go to plan. But, let's say, all I've been doing in the last couple of hours is painting the thing, make it look like an Aer Lingus aeroplane. That's pretty much all I've done since I first got it, so fingers crossed all goes to plan. Like I say, the autopilot, no idea how it's going to react as well. It's a stream of unknowns today. Hey, that's the fun of an all-new release.
Or in the overhead locker. Full details on all devices are available in your Cara magazine. Safety information is also available on the card located in your seat pocket. Please, take some time to look at this now.
We're now preparing for takeoff, so once again, please ensure that your seatbelt is securely fastened. Your seat back is...
And it's good though, the airport. Because the airplane as well. You can just about see the outline of the airplane in front of us, taxiing to runway. Right south, it's a 16 takeoff, was it? 167 for rotate, 167. We're going to use a lot of the runway here at Dublin. Oop, there we go. Just in the shadow. There you go, very nice. The A321 now taxiing to runway, good to see. Takeoff checklist, so flaps set, brake sets to max, spoilers armed, flaps to cabin secure, which you can't click. Config set, takeoff checklist complete. Cabin crew, seats for takeoff please, seats for takeoff. Like I said, we're going to go to the very end of the runway today. We're going to use the full length of it, just allow the aircraft to really stretch its legs on the takeoff run. We are using next temp for takeoff today, so we have got all calculators as well. Everything has been set up for a very smooth flight indeed. Okay, next airplane's now lining up for taking off. That'll be the airplane just in front of us. I can turn up the announcements, sure thing, Charlie. I can turn up the PACX announcements. The thing with PACX though, you kind of have to balance. You have to balance, in my case, the sim audio, PACX audio, IVAO audio for ATC when we speak to them later, and my microphone can go on top of all that as well. But when we go for the takeoff run, I will basically shut up and let you guys listen to the full audio of the takeoff. So I even turn up the volume for that as well, because the engine roar on the 330 in Flight Sim sounds very good indeed. Bear the cockpit windows, I don't think so. Everything looks pretty fine. It might just be the ground textures of the scenery I'm using right now, because again it's a modded scenery disc, not default Dublin. Yes, IJ, we are using IVAO for ATC today. MCDU does work, Philip. Deletes the A321X mod. If you don't have a working MCDU, deletes the A321X, which has a conflicts issue. Yeah, this... Ooh. So we've got 2 lanes behind us on EasyJet as well joining in. That airplane there is now taking off. We have a safe, foggy flight today. Also in Aer Lingus colours, very nice. Right, so I'll get ourselves ready to hold short to the runway. You can paint plane, so you can download there's a texture map available you can download for free. There's a free texture map, and you can paint the aircraft through that. Taxiway charts, I'm actually using Volanta for taxiway charts right now, using Volanta for that. We'll hold position here, short of Bravo 7. Not quite sure what's going on there. You guys do what you guys do. Right, well, we announced that we are going to take off runway 10. We've already secured the cabin. We will turn on the landing lights. Taxi lights set to takeoff. Turn off lights come on. Everything else is set. We'll increase throttle, and let's get going. Those two just leapfrogging themselves, I see. So he's climbing out, good to hit. Just checking the IVAO website, there's no aircraft on the runway, that guy's already departed. So the runway is clear for us to use. I'm just going to ignore those two, they can fight out themselves on the network. Not sure why he's lining up and taking off, because we're already on the runway. So that's a bit of concern there. I think it's 535, sorry 353 correction. Right, so I'm going to go silent now. I'm going to increase the instant volume, and I'll let you guys listen. The engine roar on takeoff. 40. 1-2 stable. Flex. knots. V1 rotates. Gear tilt. We're up. There's a wing wave. Not like I can actually see it, thanks to the very low cab cover right now here at Dublin. But one, throttle reduced to climb power.
Overspeed.
Fine, that's just DeFi aircraft trying to do DeFi aircraft things. Just our heading to get ourselves back onto the departure path out. You gotta remember, Kyle, we're basically running on empty right now. It's a very short flight. We have very little fuel, quite low payload as well. It's not been a fast takeoff, but we're not really carrying many people or running with very heavy fuel today. I'm sure with heavier weights we'll do later in the week. We'll get to see that more in a bit more detail. So now I'm putting my entire trust into the aircraft's autopilot system. We've got to Heathrow. Again, touch wood, the aircraft won't cause us to spiral out on us. Fine, that's just the glide slope alarm there. Slowly coming out of Dublin. This guy's just in front of us, so really just fog over the city right now. We head over to drone cam, we can enjoy something a bit more, well, a bit more close and personal. Not a bad livery, don't say so myself. About 2 hours putting this together. I'm sure I could do a bit better later, maybe do some more alignments later. But for V1, just kind of get this thing going for the stream, I ain't complaining. I ain't complaining. It's through 10,000, landing lights come off. Retracted. We'll switch up the altimeter to standard, actually 5,000. We'll let the aircraft continue climb to around 15-20,000 feet, and then from there, we'll turn off the seatbelt sign. It's an A330-300 Nico arc. It's an A330-300. Climb rate currently about 4,000 feet per minute. 4,000 feet per minute, slowly increasing speed as we continue climbing out of Dublin. ND, Heathrow only about 240 miles away, so it's quite a short, very short distance flight today. Yeah, no repeat of Dublin last time. I did the flight from Gatwick a couple of weeks ago. Just a couple of months ago now. That was definitely one to remember. No, BL103. I haven't got the replay going for takeoff. I needed the replays for landing because it's a manual thing I got set up, so we'll just have to do it later on. Passing through 16,000. Stable climb out. Aircraft's looking good. Going to now switch off the seatbelt sign, give passenger freedoms back in the cabin, and start moving around. It's only a short flight, so I can imagine passengers won't be doing too much, apart from maybe going to the toilet a couple of times. But for the most part, like I say, nice and short flight, passengers are happy, 96% satisfaction, and have their freedoms back. No, there's no wing flex at the moment, Lee Russell. There will be wing flex in the future at some stage, but for now, on the initial release, there won't be any wing flex. It's a bit gimmicky, a bit complex to do in Microsoft Flight Sim, so before they release it, they want to do it right, basically. They're not going to rush it, they're not going to do things that they know they can't do. They want to get it right, and they want it to look good. So again, there'll be small tweaks, small changes to make the model look better as well. But this is technically the beta edition early access. It's a version 1 release, it's early days. At some stage they're going to do the tweaks for it later. I have got the UX London updates port. It does look pretty good compared to the, well, when combined with the Sim London, it does look pretty good. But yes, I have got the UX London updates. Laggy? I'd say no lag at all. If I go to the frame rate, we're getting about 27, 28 in the cockpit, 29. And externally, solid 30. I have limited my FPS to 30 FPS because flight sim's not much more than that. And also just get, well, overkill on the GPU there. So I have limited to 30. And it's running it pretty much on the trots. We're now arriving at cruising altitude flight level 230. Just under 23,000 feet now. Aircraft will continue to follow the flight path across. Now left the SID for cruise. I have a look at the ATC map for now. We still have Heathrow online, Heathrow approach, tower and ground. We've got full coverage for London today, which is good to see. Into 119.730 later, on to 118.505, and then to 121.905. Be the small convoy of aeroplanes heading towards London now. It's in the description, Luca, and it's also the pinned comments. The Megapack Discord server is where you can download it from. Everything has been linked for you, don't you worry. Again, we're at a relatively low cruiser flight level 230. Probably going to set it up to about maybe 300 for the sake of getting some altitude in. So I'll set up to 300, we'll continue climb. That sounds a bit more of a level altitude. Not sure about the blown cop camera fly home. Everything's pretty alright in my end at least. It's easy to make livery. I wouldn't say so, OJ. I'd say it's quite easy to delivery. In fact, I'll show you the progress I've done with the Aer Lingus. Let's shop load up. Yeah, so this is kind of what it looks like, the livery pack. So if I remove all the Aer Lingus stuff, it's just kind of a nice and simple. Here's the shape of the airplane, and this is what you need to kind of put together. Bring all the layers online, and you kind of see how the livery comes together. Then remove the mask, hide for PNG conversion, and that there is your Aer Lingus livery. So again, it's not super difficult. It does take a bit of tweaking, does get a bit of practice, but it's not a difficult process. Yeah, that's Photoshop element. Ooh, hang on, what's going on there? Someone decided to shoot across the sky. See, is that probably these jets? The answer is yes, it is. What was I going to say? So yeah, that's Photoshop element 7. I bought it back when I started college, because I did photography at college. So I bought that for then. Haven't used it for a long time after that. I don't know who that EasyJet is, but it doesn't seem to appear on the maps, quite interestingly. There's an aeroplane down there. Not quite sure what he's doing, but he is definitely breaking all the rules here of IVAO. Well, because moderator watching this, I'll have a bit of a question later. Down link is on the Megapack Discord server. It's the Megapack Discord server. Yeah, I know he's a troll, but I'm keeping a close eye on him. That's our higher cruising altitude flight to level 300 now. And increase speed of the aircraft manually for the sake of getting it up to speed. Actually, if I turn on TCAS right now, which I'll probably do in a second, it's just going to say traffic now because of the close proximity of that aeroplane. Oh no, he disappeared, he must have logged out. We're just about to enter Wales, about to fly over Holyhead, will be down below. If you have a look at our flight plan in a bit more detail, we enter through Holyhead, we fly around Chester south of Liverpool, make a right turn, and then head south towards London. That one, sorry, there you go. So, through Holyhead, down south, strike on Tents, through Birmingham, Coventry, we can approach into London. 09 right, currently in use, so we'll make sure that everything's up for 09 right landing. And then our runway in use currently, well, 09 right, so we'll change that, on the Bova 1 Bravo approach. So we'll give a couple of minutes before we set that all up. So I have got full coverage with the approach stage, pretty good. Zoom in on the ND one more, since you don't need to see if I zoomed out. Also increase speed slightly more, just to make sure that we can get ourselves to the full limits of cruise. So 320 knots will be perfect. Or Mach 183. Let's go Mach 182 for sake of rounds number. The artificial horizon goes again. The artificial horizon, they both look alright to me. What's your issue with it, sorry? Alright, on next turn, okay, sure, have a look at that, Warren. On our next turn. Thank you there for 999, Antoine. Love stream, how to get delivery in the aeroplanes. So, the AI planes is IVAO. They're not default traffic, this is IVAO traffic. You've seen deliveries on for that. So, that's what you're seeing in the background right now.
Descend, descend.
Yeah, that's going to be that guy again.
Descend, descend.
I'm going to turn off TCAS off now, just because it's going to go, well, like the entire flight, basically. Just tried the 330 now, it's quite amazing. I do like it, Rynex, I do like it. Again, it's a freeware aircraft, it's free to download, and so, even if it's not your cup of tea, it's well worth checking out. Well worth checking out. Pinpoint simulation server. It looks interesting there. Again, to be fair, today I've discovered so many new projects that I've never heard of before. That's seriously, there's so much on the way. So you got the 757 on the way, that's Pinpoints. But let me get you the list of all the aircraft that I now am aware of. So there is Pinpoint simulations, which are so Pinpoint's 777, Pinpoint's 777. We have Parallel Flight, that's the one doing 757. Megapack doing 737, you have the A380 of course from Drawyah, and there's even more airplanes out around that, which, seriously, there's so many projects at the moment that even I'm starting to lose track. But yeah, the Pinpoint 777, it's early days, they've officially announced it today, but I've seen a preview of the model, and it's taking shape. Like a lot of these projects, it's taking shape, so fingers crossed I have a decent aircraft by the end of that. Yes, Ikrems, I am from the UK. It's not a controller galley, it's an IVAO, what's it called? An IVAO director, supervisor, not tower. Know what I'm doing. There is 737, so there's the Megapack 737 and also the PMDG 737, both on the way. The engines on this aeroplane, I can actually tell you what they are. Go to the data page, go to aircraft status, they are Trents. Trent 772s on board the aircraft today. We go back to drone cam. I think drone cam's best for the visuals. Like I say, it's a free A330. It's worth checking out, and we're using it around the IVAO network, and so I'm sure it's also VATSIM ready as well. It's not perfect. Version 1s never are perfect, but like I say, it's early days. It's looking pretty good indeed. Some more hard attacks right now because my sim had issues yesterday with its graphics settings being too high. I spent the last couple of hours kind of tweaking that, and any micro stutter just gives me a heart attack basically. Don't think the Pack 330. What do you mean? What do you mean by risky? The Doctor. It's possible to fly direct on this aeroplane. Let's have a look, shall we? So if we fly direct to Nugra, the answer is going to be inside that. Yes, yes you can. So now flying direct to Nugra, I'm going to bypass the next waypoint, and yes, you can fly direct on this aeroplane. Gear lever is just on the right over here. Let's start programming our arrival into Heathrow now, so let's get what we've done with. Runway 09 right on the Bother 1 Bravo. Confirm it's 09 right on the ATIS. Yeah, 09 right, Bother 1 Bravo arrival. We don't have a Bother 1 Bravo, so let's have a look at the charts for what we can use instead. Stars. Runway 09. That big. It's not going to go via digging. Go to Chatham potentially. So Chiltern. Lambourne. Got a Lambourne potentially. We have Lambourne. Answer is yes. Yes, we do. Have a look at these Lambournes, shall we? See if any of those max up for us. So Lambourne 1 X-ray via Chilterns. Yeah, instant map confirm that. We can... Actually, no, that looks pretty alright, actually. Yeah, go via Chiltern. Go across, and then it's like, yeah, I'm happy with that, so we'll accept that as our approach plan. Check the radios, which that's all set up as well. So 109.5 from 109 right at Heathrow. That's all set. Let's go. Oops, aircraft's making a random turn there. I'm not quite sure where it's going. Let's just go for the original waypoints. That's fine then. Not gonna force it. You never know what the sim can be like sometimes. No blurriness, I've seen no blurriness outside the window. So far, everything seems to be looking pretty much standard smooth. Yep, approaching over Windsor Castle today, so don't forget to spot that on our left hand side during the approach in. Quick tip, I am aware of the FPS boost by disabling VFR map. I am aware of it. The only reason I keep it is because, well, I did used to have the Sky Vector mod, which was one of the first top banner mod things. That broke, and I like the VFR map because instead of going for your flight checking all the time, it's just an easy way. I just view your flight plan, checking waypoints around that. So the only reason I don't remove that is because it's just a useful little extra for the flights. Yes, hi there, Goldstein. We do have wing views as the same as the 320. Wing views all work, and so when we land, we'll have to look at the replays for that, and fingers crossed, it should look pretty good as well. There's no more trolling EasyJet at the very least, so that's out of the way. Take care, Gally. Talk to you later. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Runway 09 right, Tom. Runway 09 right, Heathrow is currently in use. There's no cabin, SJ flight, there's no cabin. I don't think there's plans had on either as well. You've got to remember that with a cabin, it's more models, more polygons, which for especially those with lower order GPUs, makes it more difficult to run. So it's kind of find the balance of high quality and FPS friendly. And so it's not, let's say, this is also things like the nose. The nose could maybe do a bit of adjustment later on. The rest of it, actually, the rest of it looks pretty good. It's just the nose, maybe a slightly small tail as well, but again, for a V1 release, one that's had kind of, I guess, limited external testing, it is looking good, this. It's looking very good indeed. And of course, any aircraft in Microsoft Flight Sim does look pretty good as well. The whole sim world does actually help it as well. Right, so we're at flight level 300, which means we'll be descending around 90 miles from the airport. 90 miles. Aer Lingus Liveries Customs Ability, I made this one myself, so after I stream today, I'm going to do a bit more tweaking, editing to it later, and then I'll be releasing it for free, both Flight Sim 2 and also on the Megapack. So if you want to download it later, that'll be later. Yeah, or like Clink said an hour ago, it's a flight simulator, not a cabin simulator. That's one way of saying it, I guess. Right, so we are now overhead. Well, just to the south of Liverpool, or Stoke-on-Trent. Stoke-on-Trent, Birmingham, both will be visible just in front of us. Yes, Sickness, the A330 is new on Flight Sim. It released about an hour ago now. It's just released, brand new, while checking out. There's no sim brief integration, no Joris. You do have to do everything manually on the FMS, as it's the default A320 FMS with tweaks. The extra, for example, if I go to the main menu again, you'll see it does read A330, 343, Trent engines, that kind of stuff. So it's a default A320 system, but modifies to look and feel like the A330. Gear textures are alright. Gear textures are alright. Also, they do angle, they do better. They are animated. They are just like the real A330. Is there a way to check the ETS and system time? No, not on default FMS. No, I'm afraid ETA is not one thing that is calculated yet in the aircraft, apart from UTC. Yes, the SRCIJ is looking pretty good. They're going to give us a release date tomorrow, so hopefully it's not too far away. But we get a release date for that tomorrow, which looks pretty good. And 20 odd miles to go. There's a waypoint there, I'm just going to have a look at it quickly. Lambourne, why is Lambourne there? Shouldn't be. I did not put Lambourne there. That's an old, well, user points, of course it would be. Okay, we'll clear that and we'll just fly direct to, oh god, hang on. What have I done, Drawyah? What have you done? You're going to delete your arrival. That's a very smart move, said nobody ever. You know you could do on default 320. Oh, in fact, you've gone and deleted your arrival airport. How on earth did you do that? Okay, give me a second. I didn't know you could delete an airport as your waypoints. You have to replug this in manually. So do that. Flight plan, Heathrow, arrival, 09 right. What was it? It was Lambourne. Lambourne 1 X-ray via the Chilterns. Oh boy. There we go. Insert that. Fly directs. Fly to Chiltern. Insert that. Problem solved. Okay, be careful guys. Apparently you can delete a bit more than you're expecting on the waypoints as well. Fortunately, it was only a quick recovery. How many do we have left? Well, passengers wait for around 25 minutes, ETA around 21:43 Zulu, so not super long left. There's a bit of traffic at Heathrow, so I'm trying to avoid some of this traffic later on, but not super long, not too long left to go. We have got a centre actually on right now, Scottish Centre to come online, 134425, so I think we'll go to quickly say hello. Where is it? 134425. The benefit of speaking to Centre now, even if it's only about 5 minutes, we can get squawk codes all done. Make sure everything's also prepared for our approach as well, so get on to that. Give it a few seconds. Sounds good. Hello there, Scott Centre. This is Shamrock 178 at flight level 300 inbound Chilterns. In a few more seconds. They have just logged in.
Shamrock 178, Scottish, hello, squawk 1301.
Squawk 1301 for Shamrock 178. There we go, 1301. Will this work? The answer is yes, yes it does. 1301. No, it's Keenan. Glad you're in the Aer Lingus colours. Not off my crate liveries myself, but on this occasion I thought it would be something well worth doing, especially for an aircraft that's just come out. Also, the livery texture pack, I say, it's not too bad. It's a very easy one to use. So full credit to the Megapack guys as well for making all that's very simple to work with. Then again, the Aer Lingus livery in new colours is not the most difficult to put together. Still worth saying. Still worth saying. Hashtag Drawyah best livery creator ever. Right, we're going to start our descent now, I think, yes?
Shamrock 178, but the Dublin 1 hotel arrival Heathrow. When ready, descend flight level 200 levels top head.
Expect the North 1 hotel arrival at Heathrow and descend to flight level 200 when ready for Shamrock 178. You read my mind right there. Read my mind. Right, down to 20,000 now. We'll let the aircraft do that manually. Don't feel to do speed control just yet. We'll hold it at Mach 1.8. In fact, no, screw it. Speed as well. Let the aircraft control everything for the descents. It's a very... I'm not sure if it's steep descent, or if that's just how the window's kind of angled. Yeah, that's quite steep descent. Default F320 systems, thank you for your... Thank you for that. Let's,
Hello, Scottish Centre.
I can tell you why it's done that. It's because it's a default A320, which doesn't have the vertical speed management. That's fly-by-wire. So, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking this is the A32NX, but it's not the A32NX, because it's the default A320. It's a culture shock, I'm afraid, there. Culture shock, 'cause I'm still getting used to the aeroplane, while not being the same aeroplane. So, yeah, like I say, that's just me kind of that's me learning the basics, basically. I'm now fully aware this aeroplane is not the fly-by A320, and therefore speed management is not done automatically for you. Learn things the hard way, don't you, Drawyah? So, we'll continue our descent now. Manually descending from altitude. I'll get all from there. I've already accessed it, AvGeek. You need to copy and paste that all the time. I'll actually remove you for that copy and paste spam. Big ask to Betty Luanda landing. Yeah, the Luanda landing was pretty good. I've not yet landed 330. This is my very first landing in it, so hopefully it'll go as planned. No, Marcus, this does not have any FB. It's a empty. So basically, how it works. So the flyby A320 cockpit replaces that of the default A320, which is, so you have flyby cockpit, which replaces default 320. But over here, you have A330 cockpit, which is all custom models, that kind of stuff, which is not the same as 320, and as a result, that works with that, but that will not work with that. If it was default 320 cockpit, it probably would work, but it's not, because it's different. So, pardon me, my guess is that it's something to do with the fact that, what's it called? To do with the fact that they want to develop their own systems for it, A330 systems, so that'll be something again for the future. The A330, put it into the community folder. Oliver, put it into the community folder. Yeah, so we've lost a bit of passenger satisfaction there due to our slightly steep descent. And the seatbelt sign back on again now, because we are passing through flight level 200. We'll be landing in just a couple of minutes. I'm not sure if Scott Centre will hold us to back to Unicom. We'll continue descent for now, so we're technically outside their airspace.
Gentlemen, the flight crew has turned on the fasten seatbelt
Continue
sign.
descent down to 10,000, 2,000 feet per minute descent rate, thank you very much. Back the max speeds to around, in fact we'll do it by that now, 260 knots.
So right, 178 hotel, you can continue descent flight level 150 or stop it, and you're leaving my airspace now, so we Unicom 122 display, bye-bye.
Continue descent down to flight level 150 and off to Unicom 1278 for Shamrock 178, thank you very much, take care and goodbye. We'll play down to 15,000, we'll hold that for now. As soon as we get to 15,000, we'll then pretty much take it straight down for the approach. Tune back to Unicom 1278, and we'll get the next frequency on standby, which will be Heathrow London approach 119730. Yeah. So it'll be London approach, Heathrow Tower 18505, and then London ground 121905. Good spacing so far, traffic not on top of one another, so it should be nice and straightforward approaching. This aircraft is around 7 miles in front of me, 3,000 feet lower than us, so keep an eye out in that kind of region. Potential traffic. In fact, I can just about see their flashing lights. They're right there. That's about 7 miles, 3,000 feet below. Volanta, very nice OGI. Very nice. Flight from Heathrow to Ataturk, very nice, Chris. You enjoy yourself. Moving again on the ND there, we're now slowly approaching Heathrow. Like I say, I'm going to use the Chiltern arrival onto Lambourne 1X right when you're approaching through that, and the aircraft into land. Wipers, no, I don't think wipers, no. To be fair, we are above 10,000 feet. In the A3, in all Airbus aircraft, wipers don't work above 10,000 feet, as that's just how it all works. Same as landing lights, sorry, not landing lights, logo lights. Logo lights don't appear above 10,000, just a way of saving electricity. So we'll give it a test on the ground later on. We'll also have a look at the night textures, that kind of stuff. We'll have a look at it in a bit more detail, but for a first flight, that's a short flight to Dublin to London. A route that the aircraft has just had in real life as well. We're at 15,000 now. I'm going to continue descents to 10,000, 2,000 feet per minute. May reduce to 1,600 feet per minute. We've burnt very little fuel so far. We've burnt very little fuel. So it's sufficient aircrafts. Added light tank. % of our tank so far. 2% of our tank burned. No release date for the 380 from Flyby yet, GTA. No release date yet for that. Going to fly the same route after stream ends. No worries, man, you enjoy it. I think there's a freeway mod for the new Turkish airport. I'm fairly sure there is. Istanbul even. Istanbul or Ataturk though, I should talk about. Have a quick look. Istanbul. Be sure how. Yeah. There's a freeway at Istanbul airport for flight sim. And Ataturk. I'm fairly sure there is one as well because I flew there a couple of weeks ago. No, maybe not. Thoughts on the aircraft so far? I'm enjoying it. Heinzie. For a V1 release, there's not much particularly wrong with it. Small tweaks, small updates I'm sure the future will have which will improve it. But what can you say? It's a V1 release, still technically in early alpha. The future for it will be pretty bright. How do I custom views? I've got less than 9 viewpoints, Jarmo, so I've got left seat, right seat, overhead panel, FMS, GoPro, left wing, right wing forward, and right wing back. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've also got sets, 8 viewpoints. Airbus or Boeing? I like my Boeing's likes. I do prefer my Boeings over Airbus, but I'll fly whatever I've got really. FlightControlReplay open in the background. Prepare that for our approach and landing. That's fine. Perfect. Right, so get that ready to go for landing. Not going to be too far away from Heathrow approach. I'll get ourselves ready for that. If there's a trial Diego, just dot wallop. So contacts the admin and a supervisor, and then supervisor will check and remove. Just dot wallop it. Yes, likes you using IVAO. Always use IVAO for these flights. Always use IVAO. 21, Raquel. I'm 21 years old. We're going to hold our descent at about 10,000. That will increase speed to 80 knots as well, just gets us a bit more of a boost. We'll tell passenger that we're about 10 minutes behind schedule because we are 10 minutes behind schedule, so... No traffic actually, it wasn't really traffic, it was more weather. To be fair, it was just a generic. We're 10 minutes late because we're 10 minutes late. Tell passengers that we are slightly behind. I do have a job self, yes. I do have a job doing marketing and social media. There you go, so contact London approach, 19730. Tune in straight away, and let's say hello.
Heathrow approach, this is Shamrock 255 Heavy, holding flight level 60 with information Foxtrot.
Shamrock 255, very good evening. Squawk 4361.
Grab the information Foxtrot quickly. We have information Foxtrot, Transition 6000, arrival runway 09 right, winds are 0707 knots, 9000 visibility, broken out 1100, 1030. Hello there, Heathrow approach, this is Shamrock 178 Heavy, currently inbounds to Chilton's, sending to flight 100, information Foxtrot.
Shamrock 255 Heavy identified, turn right heading 200 degrees, descend to altitude at 2,500 feet, QNH 1030.
And right heading 200 down to 2,500 feet and QNH 1030 for Shamrock 178 Heavy. Right.
Shamrock 178 Heavy, that last transmission was not for you. Shamrock 255, turn right heading 200 degrees, descend altitude.
Not for me, sorry. Not for me.
1030.
Turn right heading 220 degrees, descend flight level 2005 with speed correction, QNH 3030, Shamrock 255.
Shamrock 255 heavy, turn right heading 200 degrees.
Yes, Barry, real life voices.
205 degrees.
Yes,
now,
Saudi day levels.
QNH is 1030.
Yes, you need to do the A320X for the A330, Sybil. You do need to, yes.
Turn right heading 205 degrees, QNH is 1030, Shamrock 257.
Shamrock 178 radar contact, flight level 100. Turn right heading 230 degrees and descend flight level 70.
Turn right heading 230 down to flight level 70 for Shamrock 178 heavy. Right.
Shamrock 255 heavy, speed active for the ILS runway 09 right.
So I'll slow down and descend, turn rate to about 2,000 feet per minute.
ILS runway 09 right, Shamrock 255.
And to about 2
Shamrock 178
knots for now.
Per year, it'll be active for the ILS runway 09 right.
Expect runway ILS 09 right for Shamrock 178 heavy. We've got that set up already for the ILS. Rotate slow the airplane down to 7,000. Hold that descent, please. Go.
Shamrock 178 heavy, speed 220 knots or less.
Speed 220 knots or less for Shamrock 178. Go down to 200, give them a nice slow approach today. Basically, there's the aircraft in front of us who's close, not super close, and as a result, kind of need to separate traffic, add a bit of distance between us two, and so kind of giving us a bit more spacing on that. Need down to 7,000, the aircraft slowly, speed to 200. Things on, and lights set. Cabin crew, 10 minutes to landing. 10 minutes.
Shamrock 178, continue descent, altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1030.
Continue descent 4,000 feet, QNH 1030 for Shamrock 178. To 4,000. So far so good.
Shamrock 178, turn right heading 270 degrees.
Right heading 270 for Shamrock 178. Laps 1.
Shamrock 255, turn left heading 120 degrees. Cleared ILS runway 09 right. Report established.
Left heading 120
Yep, down to 4,000, sorry. I'll change that then.
09 right.
Oh, I said that, oh well. This is why I like streaming. You guys are always there checking what I do, make sure everything's done correctly.
178, continue descent altitude 3,000 feet.
Continue to descend 3,000 feet for Shamrock 178. Down to 3,000.
Shamrock 178, turn left heading 180 degrees.
Left heading 180 degrees for Shamrock 178.
Shamrock 255, if necessary, continue the left turn heading 060 degrees to establish from the other side.
Let's spot down below. That's... I'm not sure that's Denham or not. No, it's not. That's going to be east of London Aerodrome, the one based in Maidenhead.
255, thank you. Contact Tower 118.5.
Might be the Maidenhead one.
Thanks so much for flying. Bye bye.
Let's set the tower frequency on standby.
118.505. Shamrock 255 heavy. Good night.
Shamrock 178, heavy, continue the last turn heading 120 degrees. When established on the localizer, descent with the glide path.
Left heading 120 and descend with the glide path when established for Shamrock 178 heavy. 178. Ah, come on, I keep saying heavy now, you guys confuse me. It's late, it's 10 PM in the UK, I should be going to bed now. Right, so hold left to 120, soon be established onto the localizer. Be above the glide slope at this point. Localizer sets. Approach mode sets. So what was it? 118, 505 tower. Standby. Yes, aircraft is free. Download. The A330 is free to download.
Director, hello, this is Air France 205 Heavy on the Mirrors 3 Juliet departure passing 3000.
As soon as we're ready to tune tower,
France 205, very good evening, squawk ident.
Glide slope down, so far so good. Starts the replay.
Squawk ident, Air France 205 Heavy.
Air France 205 Heavy, thank you. Identified, continue climb, flight level
Just boost to
190.
180.
Climbing to 190, Air France 205 Heavy.
That's 2.
Shamrock 178, heavy contact tower 118.505. Have a grand evening, bye bye.
118.505 for Heathrow Tower, Shamrock 178. Thank you very much, take care and goodbye. Hello there, Heathrow Tower, this is Shamrock 178, inbounds ILS 09 right, currently 9 miles DME.
Shamrock 178, Heathrow Tower, hello, continue approach 09 right, you're number 2.
Continue approach 09 right, number 2 for Shamrock 178. Boost down to 160. A nice and slow approach, just to stop any issue with traffic. For some reason the aircraft's not going glide path down, so I'll do it again. Manually control that. That's great. It's like I say, it's kind of working with the default A320 systems. They kind of have to work around and figure out what you're doing right and wrong. I'm fairly sure what I'm doing right now is correct. It's just the default A320 that's kind of going in saying, no, I'd rather muck about instead. But like I say, it's a fine aircraft, the A330. Once you know what you're doing, once you know the basics, kind of understand it, it's a very, very smooth ride indeed. Now, it's a case of landings. See how that all comes together. Down. We'll get this drone cam up from close, shall we? All the animations are correct. It's all built to look good. Leads to 125, flaps 4. Cabin crew, seats for landing please. Seats for landing. Get the brakes to low. On the spoilers for landing. Gear down, gear green, flaps set, brakes set, spoilers armed.
255, welcome to Heathrow. Vacate left when able, contact ground on a 121.19.
Heathrow. This is Premium Deluxe Heathrow we're using. Just about past you 1000, so as always we'll turn off the autopilots and do it all the rest.
Ground on 121.905. Shamrock 255, that was good day.
Shamrock 255, keep it rolling please, got an aircraft on fire, you can go past the stop bar.
Aircraft's not quite past the stop bar yet, so as a result he's not cleared the runway. As soon as he does, we'll then be given our landing clearance.
Shamrock 178, runway 09 right, surface wind 07 degrees, 6 knots, clear to land.
It's land, Shamrock 178. Pilot off. Miss pressure altitude set. Do this, shall we? I say, I've never actually landed this plane before. This is my very first landing in the A330.
500.
Touch wood. All goes to plan. And again, we have got replays, so do stick around for the very end. We get to watch this from a passenger point of view as well.
300.
Just low clouds today, very low clouds. About 900 meter visibility today, so I should say that's pretty accurate. Shadow there on the left, very nice.
100.
Also good.
60, 50, 40, 30, 20.
And down. Reverse thrust. Set. Very nice touch effects on that. Very nice touch sound, I do like it. 80 knots. 60 reverses cut. Roll to the end of the runway and exit to the left. Yeah, not bad for a first time. I'm not complaining about that. It was a 163. I ain't complaining about that for a first time landing. It's to the left. Rest house from the runway.
178, welcome to Heathrow, vacate left when able. Contact ground 121.905, bye bye.
121.905 Heathrow ground. Thank you very much, Shamrock 178. Take care and good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to London Heathrow. The local time is 4:54 p.m. and it's
Between London
currently
Heathrow
about
ground now.
30 degrees Celsius. You can now use your mobile
Hello there,
device
Heathrow grounds. Shamrock 178 just departed, or just left, runway 09 right, requesting taxi to gate.
Remember to use caution when opening the
What's up?
Charlotte 178 Heathrow ground, very good evening to you. Taxi stand 257 by Alpha and Lima.
And 250 by Alpha and Lima for Shamrock 178, thank you very much. Very short taxi today. A little bit more throttle up, since we're going uphill right now, so we've got to really put that throttle in to get the airplane moving. Got the APU. Next lights set, landing lights off. Before I make a mistake, let's start ground map going. Oops. Not paying attention to the sim there. Right, so 278's right at the end of the airport. Or short, well, an average length taxi today. It's not too bad for Heathrow. Going towards the Terminal 2 area. Yeah, it's very quiet Heathrow right now. We get lockdowns. Very quiet indeed. It looks good. It does look good, this airplane. It does look good in the sim as well. The easy way to do wing views is to use a showcase camera. So it has got showcase camera wing views, which do get included in the aircrafts.
Traffic, traffic.
Oops, my TCAS is still online. Let me quickly turn that off. Transponder as well. Traffic light on the ground, do you? That comes off. Gonna make a left onto Lima now.
Shamrock 255, you taxi down the wrong taxiway, no worries. Taxi up Alpha, link 24, Bravo, Lima, stand 249.
Left. He's going down the wrong way. Whoops.
Apologies about that, I'm just having a bit of an issue with this aircraft, sorry. So taxi up
I think we've gone one too far as well. My fault. We'll make a quick correction for that one. Yeah, we've gone down November there.
Shamrock 255, don't worry, brake. Shamrock 178, you've gone one too far. Yeah, make a loop and up Lima.
Make a loop up Lima, we just realised that at the last moment. Shamrock 178, do apologise.
It's going well.
See, even the best one, to be like I say, it's 10 PM now, it's late for me. Almost there, almost the gates, almost can sleep. So like I say, we have got a replay, so did you stick around for the replay at the end, where you get to see the aeroplane coming into land from passenger point of view.
Hello, readability 5.
A-line 682 with making Delta Kenneth.
Right, it's 257. One of these is 257. 47.
I-line 6828, this information Delta is correct. Cleared to Guernsey. It will be the Gagsu 2 Juliet departure for runway 09 right, squawk 4365.
I believe it's this one coming to view now. 57? Answer is yes, this one is 257.
A-line 682 correct.
Back. Slowly. And hold position. Parking brake sets. AP is available, AP lead sets. Engines off. Seatbelt sign off. Tax lights. Logbook, let logbook do its thing. What was that? 48 minutes, that. Not too bad, not too bad at all. Tax lights off. Turn strobes off. Wait for the N2 to hit below 18. 18. The beacons. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to London Heathrow. Flight time is around 48 minutes, so we did do a... Well, we flew on time. We did say 10 minutes behind schedule, but ultimately we ended up that 10 minutes and landed on time now Heathrow. We're in the stage of deboarding the aircraft now and hopefully getting terminal in just a couple of moments. But again, we thank you for flying with Aer Lingus today. We hope to see us in the future, and we thank you for the service. Cabin crew,
My
check.
service terminates 1 Unicom 1222 decimal 8. Have a nice evening. See you, Drawyah.
Yeah, you can see I'm tired. It's all a mess. Unicom 1278, thank you very much for that service. Take care and good night. Shamrock 178 out. I'm tired. I do apologise. Right, so let's play that podcast in the back. We'll get the passengers deboarded. We will end the flight on PACX, and then we'll have this replay. So let's get this jet bridge moving. Give it a few seconds to load. Oh, we left all the lights on, have we? The answer is... turn off lights. Yes, we did. Well, here comes jet white. We have well under rest. Yeah, CV passengers not super happy, I guess, with that slightly late arrival, but for the most part, cabin looks pretty green, so I can't really fault that. Your X-Flight deboarding once the jet bridge has connected. It comes. There it goes. But deboarding. Passenger can now leave the aeroplane. We'll skip the main full deboarding bit. There's a few airplanes around us, for example, so that other Aer Lingus should now be coming to park. Around somewhere. There's a A330 over there. Other Aer Lingus has gone and disappeared somewhere. Probably taxiing the wrong way again. Right, I'm hoping I'm back now, but for some reason OBS just completely glitched out there. It turned into a white screen. But we are back now. We are back. There's our flight reports. Let's now do this replay, shall we? Very strange. OBS, it turned into a white screen, so I had to kind of close it, restart it, and hope it didn't kind of cut the stream before the end of that. Let's disconnect from IVAO. Let's get ourselves around that. So IVAO is that one. Disconnect. Close you. Load a replay. Let's have a look. Very odd. Normally the whole system crashes, but on this occasion it was just OBS that crashed. Nothing else. Just OBS. Right, let's get this loaded. Let's have a look, shall we? Yeah, this is Live Diego. We are still here. My system is dying on me. I've pushed it to its limits and it's finally had enough. Right, we'll kill the GPWS. Ah, the GPWS, fair enough. Right, okay, well. One short final. Let's have a look, shall we? In terms of the animations, the landing gear does still tilt on the externals, so definitely look at that in more detail. There's no way to fast track the D38 on Red Charlie, we are still stuck in that queue. As I said, there's no wing flex in the aircraft, that's kind of the only thing you're really missing. Apart from that, everything's still there, everything does still work as it should. Ah, Wasabi, how you doing? Hope Jams Chats. I say, I'm liking it, I'm very much liking it. The only negatives I've got is the fact that it uses default 320 systems, which aren't always great for climbing and descending, for example. Apart from that, I'm enjoying it. Thoroughly enjoyed this trip. Nice and short flights. Aer Lingus colours. So far, so good. How you doing, man? How are you doing? Not too many of you disappeared in that slight random cut there. Here goes the short final in. Nice and stable. Over the Queen Elizabeth reservoirs. Also, yeah, don't forget it is a beta aircraft. There's a lot more work to be done with this later on.
200. 100. 60. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard.
Oh, interesting to see if the aircraft's actually fully compatible with the replays. It has the animations, that's a very nice reverse thrust there. You're like, maybe there's a bit of work to be done with the replay compatibility, because again, it's a beta aircraft, and FlightControlReplay has, well, worked on the default aircraft so far. But again, it was my very first land this airplane, and for a first attempt, I'm not disappointed. I like that. Also, look at the flaps, there's a nice gap in the flaps there, you can see the word below. Small details that really do bring this aircraft to life. Feels like a vacuum cleaner, I guess it does. The 330, it's an Airbus. Not quite the, was it London Underground Central Line trains, 1992 stocks. Those are over-glorified washing machines.
50, 40, 30, 20.
And then, nice and stable.
Retard.
Touchdown there. Right, let's look at the external view, shall we? For example, you guys are very interested in seeing how the wheels are animated. Who knows? It is a replay. Well, replay is not always quite live, so see how the sim kind of handles that. So we'll press play. It will reset the animations to their correct positions. See how it handles. Yeah, it does look good, this airplane. It does look very good indeed. Fair play to the Megapack team. But a lot of work can be behind this one. Over the trees.
100.
Over the airport threshold.
60. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard.
I think that was a pretty spot on landing, that. Okay, yeah, the animations are not quite perfect for the external replays, that's for sure. Well, FlightControlReplay, if you're watching this, Fabio, just double check your replays of 330. Right. New airplanes, of course, needs to work in terms of compatibility. Apart from that, not bad. Not bad at all. Let's switch from tail. In fact, we never released the tail view, did we? Tail cam for descending. That's always the other all-important one. No GNQ, it's not compatible with the A321X. So, over the reservoir, over the N25 motorway.
400.
You can always install the A320 again afterwards, you just delete it or install it, depending on which aircraft you're using. It's not a massive process, that. It takes about 10 seconds to download it, or drag and drop and remove it. We'll have a look at the night textures in a moment, what a shame. We'll definitely have a look at the night textures and see how that all comes together as well. But like I say, from what I've seen so far, the night textures are pretty much spot on for this. A lot of detail, does it very good. Again, just that shadow over there. Shadow, very, very good.
100. 60. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard.
Yeah, not a bad landing that. Not a bad landing at all. I'm more than happy to accept stats. More than happy to accept it. Sense line pretty good. Very light wind, 7 knots coming in at 070. Let's stick you back into... Hang on, make sure I can get this. At the cockpit view, I've actually lost it. Right there. There, that is going to be drone cam. Ah, hang on. That why, because I'm on the wing view. Fair enough. Right, let's go back to drone cam. Let's go to follow mode. We whiz ourselves over to the runway. On the approach. Give it a moment to catch up. There we go. Yeah, how we did from the landing point of view. Aircraft will shoot on overhead. That'll do.
300.
It is.
$200. 100. 60. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard.
Spot on. Absolutely spot on. Very happy with that. Very happy with that. Right, let's have a look at these nighttime textures. You guys are interested in nighttime textures, so let's make it, well, live time. Will it work in the replay mode? I don't actually know. Oh, it does. Okay, so you can see proper halogen bulbing. So it's no longer LEDs or halogen. Externally, again, all halogen bulbs, not LEDs. So they're all different kind of lights and patterns, that kind of stuff. As I said, just small details that they've worked on this aeroplane that have got it spot on. It does look good, this. It does look very, very good indeed. The harsh white lights of the aircraft cockpit is now like a very warm orangey glow. If the head panel as well, all lit up. Looks very good indeed. Right, so make it daytime again, since that was what the was more like sunset time. That approach. Big external camera. I think now's probably a very good time. And stream to an end. So that was the Megapack A330. Releases today again, so if you want to download it, you can download it off the Megapack Discord server. Link is in the description, also pinned to the top of comments. This weekend, either Saturday or Sunday, I will do a flight from Singapore to Doha. So I'm going to do a long haul flight to 330 as well, give it a proper run for its money. So that'll be for the weekend. On Wednesday, I think I might try to fly the what's it called? The CJ4 again, like in title, so give that another go. It was a fun trip, that. Very much enjoyed it. An aircraft I'm sure will have a lot more fun in the future as well. And, well, I give it another long haul run to the 330, because last week was Helsinki to San Francisco flight, Finnair colours. And, I'll say, it's a chance to do more long haul flights, chance to kind of get this aircraft more stretched for its money. Again, I'm talking nonsense, I'm tired, my mind is drained, I'm tripping over my own words. I do apologise I'm now talking gibberish, because I'm just at the end of my energy. Right, well, like I say, end of stream, fun flights, good aeroplane, worth downloading. Take care, guys. See you again soon. Thank you for support, and night. Good night. Got there in the end, Drawyah. Got there in the end. This is why I don't normally stream this late. Enjoy it, guys. Enjoy it.